You are about to hear a little bit about gaming in Fort Wayne. This has absolutely nothing to do with my talk, except for the fact that the dice that you're about to get have 6 sides. Okay? And there are 6 points in my talk. And I used to see some tilted heads, like, John, that's painfully obvious. Of course dice have 6 sides. Here I'm going to thank Rob for going ahead of me, because no, dice have 3 sides, 6 sides, 10 sides, 12 sides, 20 sides, 30 sides. There is a 62-sided die. It was actually designed by a guy in Tennessee for, get it, the Dutch lottery. Go figure. And there's also 100-sided dice. But the reason that you are getting dice, these are Fort Wayne dice. Serious, not making this up. These are Fort Wayne dice. Fort Wayne is home to Alliance Game Distributors, which is one of the largest game distribution companies in the United States. It is also home to Chessex, which is one of the largest dice importers in the United States. Who'd have thought? Well, okay, I would have thought because I'm a geek and I actually have been to Comic-Con, except I went to play board games. Just saying, we'll get that out of the way early. I want to talk a little about the road less traveled. Anybody got a vision? Anybody got an idea? I mean, we've been here all day. We've been hearing ideas. Okay, now this is an audience response question. I see we're going to have to work on that. Anybody got a vision? Anybody got an idea? Yeah. All right, we're getting there. See, the tachodermers, like, they got it the first time, and I had to work for this. It must be the late in the afternoon. If you got a vision, if you've got an idea, you have a problem. You may not know you have a problem yet, but you have got one stinker of a problem. And the problem is your idea is extremely clear in your mind. I know where I want to go, because I have spent 10,000 hours thinking about this. I know precisely where I'm going to go, because I'm on the road less traveled. Look at me go. I'm out there. I'm cruising. I'm having a blast. And you know what? You're alone. And if you say to somebody, I think trails are the solution. I think eating healthy is the solution. Those are very true. Along with rivers and trains. Sorry. Almost lost that one there. Those are all right. But you're by yourself. And if you are going to get somebody to come along with you out to the road less traveled, you can't just say, woo, look at me on the road less traveled, come on out. Because they're going to go, signs? Dude, how do I get there? Worse, you're going to try and explain your vision. Okay? You've got this, it is crystal clear in your mind. And you are going to try and share it with someone, and they are going to look at you like you just advocated feeding pancakes to giraffes on your house. It's like, what has that got to do with my life? I don't get it. And you are so frustrated because it is so painstakingly clear. How could you not understand the vision? How could you not understand the value? Well, that's because they haven't spent 10,000 hours thinking about it like you have. So to get someone to where you are, you've got to walk them there. You've got 2 things you're going to need to do here. You're going to need to take your passion and turn it into action. Because if your idea is just trapped up there, it's all passion, it's all cool thought, but it's not going to inspire anyone to action until you help them get there too. This is going to be a process. It starts by looking inside you. Okay, in order to share your passion with someone, you've got to get it out. You've got to unlock it. But the key to unlocking it is understanding what's driving it, is understanding what's really behind it. What is pushing you like this? From there, you can turn it into action that you can share with somebody else. So, we agreed? Everybody's got an idea, right? It's an audience response question.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Guys are on top of it. I didn't even have to remind you that. So, start with passion. Good news, you're already there. We have achieved step 1. You feel that rush of success right there? You're already happening. So, find the heart of that passion. Why do you feel that way? Okay, case in point, I used to own this retail store, and I had this very clear vision for customer service. Ready? Brace yourself, it's groundbreaking. Make customers happy. How's that? Now, I thought, this is painfully clear. How much more clear could this get? Make customers happy. And so I told my clerks that. What are we going to do? We're going to make customers happy. And they looked at me like, well, what does that mean? Well, it means make customers happy. 3 words, make customers happy. Well, what does that mean? What they were really asking me was, how do I do that? How do I operationalize that? What does that mean when I'm standing there in the middle of the store and a customer says, hi, do you have 1313 Dead End Drive? And the answer is, well, no. That would be a mass market game. We are a specialty game store. Okay, that's not going to make a customer happy. Frankly, that's going to upset a customer. And that's not the idea. It goes back to make customers happy. That would be make customers happy with a big not symbol to it. So we have to find the heart of this. What was the heart behind this? Why was I so into making customers happy? Because I wanted to buy a cassette deck player when I was 15 years old. Okay, that's why we want to make customers happy. Because I saved my money and I walked in with $150 cash at a local stereo store and I wanted a cassette player. For those of you young in the audience, that's what we called MP3 players back in the 80s, 70s. And I had my money and I was so excited and I could not get anyone to listen to me. I couldn't even get them to wait on me. And that really irked me. So that was part of the passion behind this. But then I had to dig a little deeper. Why did that upset me? Well, yeah, that was the whole, I'm being ignored thing. But I saw this movie that was called Miracle on 34th Street. And I loved that movie. I loved the idea of Macy's telling customers to go shop at Gimbel's because they had what the customer wanted. That was really the heart behind this. I don't care if I sell to you today, I want you to be my customer forever. Once I dug down to there, I was ready to start turning this around into something I could explain to other people. I now had a story. We love stories. Right? Rob just told us how much we love comic books. Comic books are story. They're narrative. We get into that. Take what you know about your passion, about the heart behind it, about the drive behind it, turn it into a story that you can tell. Then connect that story to the operation that you are trying to accomplish. I had to connect the passion behind my story with what my staff was going to be doing on the floor of my store. That was the piece I didn't get before. I had this great story and I had this cool idea, but I had no connection. They didn't know what to do about it. Knowing what to do, how to take that passion out of the ether and turn it into, this is what I do when the customer walks up to me and asks if I have this game. I say no, but you know what, I'll find it for you. And they say, oh, well, you don't have to find it. No, really, that's what we do here. You do that? You mean this is weird? No, we do that. And then you share that story. You make sure that everyone you're working with understands it, not just to the point that they could recite the story, they've got to understand the story. But you've got a story, and stories work their way into your heart and into your mind. That's the beauty of turning this into a narrative. So you've got 6 steps. 3 that are internal. Look at the passion you've got. You're already there. You've already felt success. Look at the heart of the passion. Look at why you have that passion. Now you're ready to look outward. Now you're ready to say, what's the story I'm going to tell? How am I going to connect that story to what I do? How am I going to share that story with other people, with the people around me? That's going to bring this whole thing together. Because you have taken the passion and you have drawn that now into action that is tangible. People understand, people grasp, people are motivated, people know what to do. By doing that, you're going to get people to the road less traveled. Let's go lead some people.